You don't need a fancy budget or a cybersecurity team to stop hackers. All you need is a free toolkit that takes less than 10 minutes to set up, and it may save your business from going under. Let's be honest, most people only think about cybersecurity after something bad happens. A phishing email slips through, someone clicks a fake invoice, and then suddenly all your files are locked and you're staring at a ransomware note. But the truth is, you do not have to wait for that moment. Today I'm going to show you a free cyber toolkit built by the UK's National Cybersecurity Centre. And even though it's from the UK, it's packed with advice that helps anyone in any country protect their business, their family, and even their grandparents from modern cyber attacks. We're going to walk through exactly what's inside this toolkit, how to use it, and the simple steps you can take right now to build real protection around your digital life without paying a dime. So here's the deal. Cyber attacks aren't slowing down. They are in fact exploding. The Register has reported that cyber attacks have surged by 50% recently. That's 4 major attacks a week. That's hospitals, factories, local businesses, you name it. But here's the part that doesn't make the headlines. Most of those attacks could have been prevented with just a few basic steps. And that's where this free Cyber Action Toolkit comes in. It's a simple guided checklist designed by real experts to help you actually get secure, not by reading theory, but by taking action step by step. When you first open the toolkit, it asks who you are. A business owner, a one-person freelancer, a security pro helping clients. Let's say it's just you, a small business or individual trying to protect your devices. Small business, and we're going to click next again. And I'm going to say no, that we don't have no certifications. And we're going to create toolkit. And this builds a customized checklist based off our answers. You'll see 3 layers: the foundation layer, the improver layer, and the enhanced layer. It's kind of like leveling up your cybersecurity game. Let's start at the foundation. These are the basics that will stop 90% of attacks. These are the no-brainers, the digital hygiene that everyone should have, but most people don't. You secure your email accounts because email is the front door to everything. If someone gets into your inbox, they can reset your bank password, they can steal your identity, or worse, they can trick your coworkers into wiring money. This toolkit will walk you through how to lock it down. Change weak passwords or reuse passwords. Use 3 random words to create something easy to remember but hard to guess. And turn on 2-step verification. Get this. Enabling 2-step verification reduces the chance of successful attack by up to 99%. That's not just marketing, that is real data. 2-step verification, or MFA, is simple. Even if someone steals your password, they can't log in without your phone or security key. Text codes are okay if you have no other choice, but authenticator apps like Authy, Google, or Microsoft Authenticator are better. If you want top-tier security, use a physical key like a YubiKey. It's like a digital house key that hackers can't copy. Use a password manager. Let's be honest, no one remembers 200 different logins, and yet the average person has 227 accounts that require a password. That means most people reuse the same passwords over and over. That's a very bad idea, because if one account gets hacked, the rest will fall like dominoes. Password managers fix that. They generate long, unique passwords and store them safely so you never have to remember them again. The toolkit lists a few options, browser-based ones from Google, Apple, or Microsoft. But if you want a great free option, check out Proton Pass. They're part of Proton, the same team behind Proton Mail and Proton VPN, all built around privacy. I've personally used Proton for years because they keep things simple and secure. And for families, you can share logins without texting passwords across group chats. That alone is worth it. Keep your devices updated. Updates aren't just about new emojis. They fix holes hackers love to exploit. So make sure automatic updates are turned on for your phone, your laptop, even your router. I know it's kind of boring, but it's free protection most people ignore. Secure your devices. Use a screen lock. Set up full disk encryption like BitLocker on Windows or FileVault on Mac. Install antivirus or endpoint protection. Even free tools like Microsoft Defender are decent today. The key is layering. Don't rely on just one thing. And once you have the basics nailed, the improver section helps you set up your defenses. Remove unused accounts. Every old login is an unlocked door. That Gmail account from 2014, just delete it. Old admin accounts on your website, remove them. Back up your important files. Backups are like seatbelts. You don't think about them until you need them. You can use tools like Restic, Duplicate, or even Proton Drive. The rule of thumb is 3-2-1. 3 copies of your data, 2 different types of storage, and 1 offsite backup. The cloud, for example. Create separate admin and user accounts. Don't use your admin account for everyday stuff. Hackers love admin privileges. Keep your daily account low privilege and use admin only when needed. Teach your family and coworkers how to spot attacks, because the weakest link in security isn't your firewall. It's the person who clicks the wrong email. Phishing is getting smarter, emails look real, and attachments look harmless. But if something feels off, pause. And when you are in doubt, always verify through another channel. Check your antivirus and firewall settings. Make sure they're on, updated, and not expired. You'd be surprised how many protected PCs actually have their firewall turned off. And then with enhanced, we're going the extra mile. This is if you want to take things seriously. Maybe you manage a small team or just want to be extra safe. The enhanced level is where you step into pro territory. Plan your response to cyber attack. Don't wait to figure it out mid-panic. Have a checklist of who to call, what to disconnect, how to restore backups. And print that checklist out, because in a real incident, every minute will count. Limit access to cloud services. Your Google Workspace or Microsoft 365 shouldn't have 10 global admins. Use the principle of least privilege. Only give people the access they actually need. This was underrated but very powerful. Review your digital footprint. Google your name, your email, your business. You'll be shocked how much personal information is out there. Old bios, old addresses, even your LinkedIn connections. Clean them all up. Ask sites to remove outdated info. Keep businesses and personal accounts separate. Unlink from unknown or outdated connections, especially on LinkedIn. Those random recruiters might be fake. If you don't know them, disconnect. And you can even consider cyber certifications like Cyber Essentials. Even if you're outside the UK, the Cyber Essentials framework is a solid baseline checklist for any business. It covers firewalls, patching, user access, and malware protection. Here's the hard truth. Most people know these basics, but they never do them. And that's because we assume that we're too small to be targeted. But the truth is that attackers don't care who you are, they care what they can get. In the UK alone, 1 in 2 small businesses reported a cyber attack last year. That's not big banks. That's coffee shops, photographers, accountants, freelancers. And even outside the UK, the story is the same. Ransomware doesn't check your country code before it locks your files. So the challenge isn't knowledge anymore, it's execution. People don't have time to sort through complex guides. That's why this toolkit is such a game changer. It turns cybersecurity from a 100-page PDF into a personal checklist that anyone can follow. So let's explore how you can use this to help more than just yourself. If you're the tech person in your family, the one who sets up the Wi-Fi for your parents or fixes their phones, you can use this same toolkit to secure them. You can show your mom how to enable 2FA and install a password manager on your dad's laptop. You can get your grandparents to use a pen on their tablets. Or let's say you're an IT professional, or maybe a consultant or a small business owner. This toolkit gives you a ready-made roadmap to audit your environment. You can run through it with clients. It's like free consulting material straight from the National Cybersecurity Center. It's professional, simple, and trustworthy. Here's the moment it clicks. Security isn't about fear, it's about freedom. When you follow these steps, you stop living in constant what-if mode. You stop worrying every time a new breach makes the news. You finally have control. The Cyber Toolkit doesn't just secure your business, it gives you peace of mind. And the best part? You don't need a massive IT budget or a fancy degree. You just need the willingness to act today. Imagine the difference if every small business owner, every parent, every teenager used even half of these tools. Hackers would have a much harder time making money, and that is exactly the point. So let's recap real quick. Cyber attacks are rising everywhere, not just in big corporations. The UK's free cyber toolkit is packed with bite-sized actions that work globally. You can secure your email, use strong passwords, turn on 2FA, and use a password manager. Keep your devices up to date and backed up. Remove unused accounts and review your digital footprint. And you can share this with your family and small business clients. These are not complex steps, they're habits. And once you start, they become second nature. It's 2025 and your phone is basically your wallet, your ID, and your business all in one. So don't wait for a wake-up call. Take 10 minutes now, grab the toolkit, and lock things down. If you found this video helpful, check out the next video on the screen. It will show you my favorite open source tools to monitor your network for free. See you there.